Today on Game and Watch It, let's take a moment of silence for the death of Luigi.
Oh, God, yeah, that was awesome.
He did. Do you guys not understand what a moment of silence is? Hello and welcome to another August episode of Game and Watch It. It's the month of August, and this is maybe our first or second podcast of the month. It don't matter.
It's the first one.
It is the first one.
Yeah,
and the
it's the
people in
first
the back can shut the fuck up because we're trying to record.
Nothing but professionalism on Game and Watch It.
That's cool. Let's introduce the panel. Hi, this is Jared. What? Well, Polly needs no introduction as he's one of our main characters, I guess.
I thought you were going to introduce me. When you start that way, it sounds like you're going to be like, hey, guys, this is Polly, not
Jared. No, I'm just joking. There's no Jared. We got Polly and Arzee back on the panel.
Hello.
What's going on?
How you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey guys, seriously, shut up. Okay, Polly, let's start off the day with what have you been playing?
I got one game and one little anecdote, if you will.
An antidote?
Yes, an antidote.
Okay,
You
cool.
better have a burn heal. So I, by chance, bought a game called Forgotten Anne. I talked about it briefly on the podcast from a couple or few weeks ago or whatever it was, but I never got a chance to play it. So first off, I want to go back and say that the art is not exactly beautifully drawn as I thought it was going to be.
Is this a sprite-based game or
Hand-drawn. It
Flash?
is. It's no. It's definitely sprite-based. It is hand-drawn. You can just tell the quality's not quite there, but for what they're trying to achieve, it's still amazing. The movement itself is really where the animation shines, in my opinion. Where the character models, you can tell they're just a little amateurish. Oh, wow.
I got gas, sorry.
Yeah, anyways, so either way, the game is a puzzle game, side-scrolling with light platforming elements that work kind of well, but not really. It really shines when it comes down to the puzzles, to the dialogue, to the decision system that you need to abide by. It is a great game for the $20 buy that it was when I bought it.
Sounds like a good buy.
No. It was a great game.
Definite buy.
It is,
Definite.
I should say, a great game. I'm about 5 hours into it, and it is just continuously getting better and better and better as time goes on.
Excellent.
Yeah. Voice acting is great. Animation is a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Who do we got as the developer?
So the developers, I can only assume, is a small team from Poland. So yeah, looking at the names, there was a lot of skas and skis and whatnot.
Oh,
so I
so
can
you
only
just assume
assume
based on their last
exactly,
names.
of course. But there are a few people with again on the art side of stuff. I can only tell that they got a lot of the artists from China. So it is a collaborative effort from multiple countries, at least as far as I can tell. But this was picked up
I doubt
by
China has any say in it.
Well, I'm just
People
saying, 'cause
usually
the-
hire China just to like cut down on costs when making a video game. So
Yeah, but
the
this
last
is an
thing you
indie
want to say when
project.
you promote your game is like collaboration with China. you know what I mean? That's
Yeah, I know exactly what you
something
mean.
you want to hide.
No. Oh, I mean, it was on the beginning credits, but it was picked up by Square Enix for their quote-unquote collective program, which is what Nintendo did with Nindies, in a sense. They were just picking up a bunch of people, putting them under their umbrella for publishing rights, and getting their games out. But it is a fantastic game for the price.
Cool. I never heard of it.
Yeah.
Until now.
I saw it randomly online, liked the art style, and kind of went with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. What else you been playing?
The other thing is I kind of want to do a shout out to a Pokemon Go group that I joined recently called Sticky Flames.
Is this the antidote?
Yes, this is the antidote. This is a little anecdote. So I've been playing Pokemon Go for years now, but finally ended up joining a group who does raids consistently.
Well, you're already in a group. with us.
Yeah, but you guys live far away from me, and I'm not driving all the way to you for raids.
That's true. Yeah, you live in the burbs. You've barely got any Pokestops near you, unfortunately.
Yeah, temporarily at least. But yeah, so I have been with these guys for maybe about 5 days. They are a wicked group of people. Really helpful, really supportive, chill in general. And it's been 5 days and I've done 4 raids with them. So it's just consistent play. My addiction is at an all new high.
Sweet. Hopefully they're listening. A big shout out to Pauly's Pokemon Go group.
Stick of Flames, what up?
Stick of Flames?
Sticky Flames.
Oh, Sticky Flames.
Sticky Flames.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much the... one last thing.
Oh, God.
No, it is a game that I'm playing. It's more adorable than anything else, but I'm getting my eldest nephew Liam on Pokemon, which he already loves to fucking death.
Which one?
Black 2.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, he already knows everybody from Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn because him and his father, was going to say father-in-law, my brother-in-law, huge Pokemon fans. So Rob, my brother-in-law, has progressed in Pokemon Go way farther than I could probably ever get to.
Oh, he's further than you?
Oh, he goes nuts on this game.
What level is he?
32, I think, or 33.
Nice.
Like
Well
he's
done.
he's going pretty heavy. But either way, so I wanted to get him his first core game experience. So I started playing it with him. I think it was within the first 10 minutes. He was trying to snatch the 3DS out of my hands. Even though he can't read and he barely knows what he's doing, he wants to play this thing. He loves to pig and his Pat Rat and his Purloin, and he's so into the game. It warms my goddamn heart.
Cute.
Yeah.
You think he's going to play Pokemon Let's Go?
I already pre-ordered it for him and his brother.
He's going to love that game.
And I got them 2 Pokeball Pluses as well, so they're going to be able to throw Pokeballs together.
Cute.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, actually, Black and White's the only series, the only game in Pokemon that I skipped.
It's one of my favorites. It is on the more linear side, but I really like the fact that they went with 150 or 151 brand new Pokemon.
That's a first, right?
Oh, yeah. The only time they've ever done it in the history of the series.
Nice.
And it just brought a whole new freshness that I think was really needed after Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diamond and Pearl. After, I skipped Black and White as well because Diamond and Pearl just left such a bad taste in my mouth.
I know how you feel, but no, Black and White 2, more specifically, are worth the playthrough.
So if you skipped it like me, who would you pick as a starter? Tepig?
There's the pig. What are they?
Oshawott and oh my god, the grass one that turns into a snake. What the hell is its name?
Snivy.
Oh,
Snivy.
Snivy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would be between Oshawott and Snivy.
Okay, I'd definitely go with Tepig.
Okay.
Tepig?
I can't
weird
tell you.
name.
Yeah, no, I was Oshawott, so that's weird that we actually kind of covered the spread with that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I tend to go with whatever is the most reptilian of the groups.
Oh, I guess, that's par for the course for you.
Generally what I go for.
Yeah, I've noticed my pattern is like water, fire, grass, water, and then I've been looping that ever since. Not on purpose. It just kind of goes that way.
Weird.
Yeah.
Nice.
Arzee, what are you playing?
I haven't been playing much lately. Like since the last podcast, I basically gave up on I Am Setsuna. Like maybe 24 to 48 hours after Octopath came out, when I was just like, why am I wasting my time when there's this game out that I really want to play? And I gorged on it. I pushed 20 hours in the first couple days.
Nice.
Is it a 20-hour game or?
Oh, way long. 20 hours in is I've collected all the characters, but I haven't completed anybody's side quest after that point.
You do know this is a JRPG, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like it seems like it's a
It's like an 80
like
hour
an indie game. It seems like an indie game or like an indie game or something like that.
Yeah, but it was a full price game,
Yeah.
and honestly, even in today's standard, like a $20 JRPG is still going to run you at least 50 hours.
Fair
There's
enough, yeah.
no question.
Okay, cool.
But I haven't been playing much lately. I've played maybe an hour or two in the last 2 weeks or so. I just haven't been able to clock the time. But I really want to get back into it. I personally really fucking love Octopath Traveler. I love what they did. I really appreciate. I understand the main criticisms, and I get them as well, being the sort of disjointed story, as well as random encounters, which are kind of antiquated.
Yeah, so the characters don't really interact with each other.
They do, but it's a very at least I've only seen it once or twice, where once you start doing the extended legs of people's backstory, that they'll have these little conversations that are literally just a black screen with the two characters and text sort of trading quips with each other. But as far as I can tell, there's no joined story melding them all together. It's just 8 individual modular tales, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but like I guess a lot of us are hearkening for like an ensemble cast, kind of like Chrono Trigger. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going with that. And also, unlike Chrono Trigger, it relies heavily on random battles, which are contentious if you're not into that kind of thing. And specifically because it's by, I believe, the same developers of Bravely Default, and Bravely Default has that slider that you could turn up and down the amount of counters. You'd think they would put something similar into this game. There are certain skills in the job system you could use to reduce the amount of random encounters, and like I haven't really found it too burdensome myself, but I could see how that gets grating, especially if like you're not really focus on your goal and you're meandering around, you get caught in a lot of relatively long combat.
Yeah, this is the thing with Octopath Traveler, and not to say that I've started it. I am planning on starting it soon, but just even from what I've heard and what I know from other JRPGs that were done by Square way back in the day, or Enix or whatever, is that Final Fantasy VI did storytelling with multiple characters, and I mean multiple characters, way better, or I should say in a more cohesive fashion.
Yeah.
And Saga Frontier did exactly what Octopath Traveler is trying to do now by telling 8 completely separate stories, but set them as 8 essentially mini games within the game itself, which to me is a better format, because what you're doing is not making the story seem so disjointed, because, or I should say, how do I even put this properly? You make it so disjointed that it's okay for it to be that way, because they're so completely separated from each other, or because there's some cohesion in this world, the disjointed story makes little sense in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I've read a lot of reviews, and I heard that the beginning is kind of it takes a while to get into the game, and I heard once you beat the game, you'll absolutely love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I'm quite enjoying it. Like, as much as I understand the criticism about the story, but for me, I don't see it as a detraction. Like,
Okay.
I'm enjoying the individual stories. Some of them are far stronger than others. Some of them are far darker than others.
Yeah, what's her name?
Primrose.
Yeah, Primrose is like, whoa, like there was some one-liners dropped in there, just like, whoa, like that.
Like what?
I'm paraphrasing, but it's something along the lines of, I'll forgive your mouth for the words it's saying if you pleasure me with it.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, no. I mean, her story starts off where she is essentially a whore.
She's
like a literal whore. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I played the demo.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like strongly implied to the point, like unless you're like a complete child, you'll know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But then it gets overt really fast. And I had not experienced that thing before in this kind of game, and that actually that caught me a little off guard.
Now this game's pretty much voice acted for the most part.
Yeah.
Criticisms.
I like the voice acting. It's super campy in some cases. Like,
it's a JRPG, though. I mean, come on. It's always going to be campy.
kills me. Hannet kills me.
Yeah?
Let us begin it in.
Oh, God.
And all her also praise to you, my quarry. She was my first character, so I've gotten really like accustomed to her like little lines.
Cute.
And just Therion being like fucking the Prince Zuko, fucking like just miserable. Just like, let's get this over with. Like,
there's always one of those characters, though. It's the fucking just the whiny badass from every Japanese everything ever.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, yes, it's really tropey, but I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I like for as much as I get to play with it, I'm like enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah, well, you're enjoying it, and everyone else is enjoying it because it's sold over 1 million copies already.
Yes.
Yep.
And they actually sent out some pretty artwork, and people have taken the logo of Bravely Default and have kind of Bravely Default. And if you overlay it with the 1 million games sold artwork, it's basically the same logo. So I don't know if Square Enix is hinting at maybe they're gonna port it over.
You're talking about Octopath, because I was gonna say there was a little bit of news recently, just as a little aside,
About
Square Enix, or the team behind Bravely Default, one of the two, tweeted out a picture, I believe sometime mid this week. And it is a street alleyway, or it looks like it at least. And against the wall, it looks like the shadow of the fairy logo from Bravely Default.
I just said that.
Oh, well then, never mind then.
Well, yeah. So maybe we might get an announcement soon. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's nice to see like a proper third-party game custom for the Switch is like blowing the doors off.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very good.
Like it's proving because
can't-
the thing is, even if it was a garbage game, it didn't sell well. Like it would only bode badly for the Switch.
Yeah.
You can't find a copy still. I think.
Yeah.
It's like sold out everywhere.
And that's a good thing because this is pushing the industry in a certain direction in my eyes, where I think a lot of people are looking for a more old school experience when it comes to JRPGs. Mind you, I do have my problems with random battles, but I can deal with them. I just want my old school Final Fantasy back. It's why I've loved every single Bravely Default game. The four Swords of Light.
4 Heroes of Light.
4 Heroes of Light. That's it. Thank you.
That was on DS.
It was
probably the same team as this.
Oh,
one of their first games.
It was their first game, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But let's even get to more of the strong points of this
Yep.
game. Like I love the art style, the 16-bit juxtaposed on like the 3D effects and the shimmering of the sand in the water and like those little like details they have in there.
Heavy shading.
I find the blurring effect
Yeah.
is a little too much and kind of unnecessary sometimes. Someone said that, so I just said it. Would you agree with that, or would you disagree with that?
I get it. Like, there's sometimes I'm just like, is this thing? Because there's like one scene that's on a mountaintop, and they're like, oh, look at this beautiful church, and the church is all blurred out. I'm like, can we see it? Like,
Yeah.
Just like, are we allowed? Are we allowed to see this thing? Like, are we that concerned about the jaggies? I mean, I could see that criticism, but I've been enjoying the aesthetic of the game, and I really love the battle system. Like the break system in terms of like breaking through the armor and like stacking up your stacks of energy for doing like those big multi-attack hits.
Yep.
Like it adds an extra level of strategy. It's just really satisfying to like stack up, like knock out somebody's shield and then come at them with like your maxed out what do they call it, burst or something? I forget what the is called.
It's that, or it was defaulting in Bravely Default. They have many different names for the same system, but you're right. It's one of the best additions they've made to the old school format in a very long time.
Cool. Hey, Rusty, what you playing? Well,
So sorry, what did you?
I'm gonna go to the washroom.
sorry to cut you off. You all finished there?
I'm good, you son of a bitch.
Are you still? Did you finish Octopath, or you still got some time?
No, I'm only like 20 hours in, and I need to get like back on that wagon when I get the time.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to hear more about it when you're complete. Yeah, and we can give it one of your wacky, crazy scores.
Yeah, on the letter grade. So out there.
Okay, so here's what I've been playing. I know I missed last week's episode, so I finally finished Rhyme,
Yep.
which for all of its glitchiness and like bad frame rate and all that stuff, I really liked it. It told a really, really sweet story, and I can't say it because it was basically the ending of the game.
Yep.
But it's along the lines of like it's up there with my favorites like Journey and.
It's funny. I was actually just about to ask how it compared to Journey with its ending, because you made it seem like it was going in that direction.
Yeah, Journey, because it was my first, and the game was built for the PS3, and it was super beautiful. Mm-hmm. Rhyme, it's like Journey's like annoying. No, not annoying little brother, but it's like Journey's little brother, I guess.
Okay.
So that's that. I also got into SteamWorld Dig 1 and SteamWorld Dig 2.
Nice. So you played.
And I heard from Arzee that it was a pretty short game.
Yeah.
And I think I bought SteamWorld 1 for the 3DS for like $1.99, and I haven't played it yet. Mm-hmm. So it was nice to finally pick it up, play it all. The main character's name is Rusty, so that's pretty cool.
And the first
I guess
one,
that makes
anyways.
sense.
The first one, that's correct. And Dorothy's in the game. She is your the person who buys your gold.
Oh, okay.
So it was interesting to play that game because then you beat the whole game, and the gameplay is kind of like Dig Dug meets Castlevania meets Metroid, I guess, with the power-ups and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that seems right.
So I beat the first one. It took me about 6 hours, and then I played the second one, and I was all excited to play it. And then I go there, and Dorothy has like no abilities whatsoever. So it feels like everything that I just built from the first game was stripped away.
Well, yeah, it's a new game.
And a new character. I mean, let's be honest here,
And that's
right?
where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Not only is it a new character, but it's a completely different moveset
from
the original
Oh,
game.
really?
So,
Okay.
So, like, in Metroid, it's basically you're always... They strip you down of your powers, then you got to get your speed boots, your all that other fun
Sorry,
stuff.
are we
I'm
talking about
assuming-
1 or 2? You said in Metroid.
I'm talking about in Metroid,
Oh,
In Metroid, every game you kind of start from the beginning, and you got to get your speed boots, you
Yeah.
got to get your
Morph
gravity
ball,
suit, your morph
missiles,
ball,
that kind of
all
shit.
that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So we've done that stuff before, but now with SteamWorld 1 and SteamWorld Dig 2, it's very refreshing to basically have like a new character and a new moveset. And I'd love to see Metroid kind of like adopt that. Maybe not change the character, but really give Samus a brand new set of abilities and stuff, because it will change the whole perception, I think.
You know, I think it would be really cool to have a new character. I just know that the fan base of Metroid would lose their goddamn shit about that. But if they were to make a proper Metroid game, even if it was 2D instead of 3D, whatever they got to do, make it for the 3DS,
Well,
do whatever.
they just made one.
What?
Samus Returns.
Yeah, it's fair. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But like with a brand new character, right?
Oh, no, you can't change Samus.
You can, of course you can. They've already introduced a bunch of other bounty hunters in this game or into this franchise to really make it fresh.
Yeah,
I kind of agree with that because I mean, look at what's happening with SteamWorld Dig 2.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think they kind of did that with Metroid Fusion. She got fused with a Metroid. And I'm not sure if she has the same moveset, but I'm pretty sure they kind of made it a little fresh.
they added like the ledge grabbing and the crouching. I think I mean this game came out like
Oh, it came out a long time
15
ago.
years ago.
Came out
but-
the same day Metroid Prime 1 came out.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
But
love
it was
shit out of
mostly
both
the
of
same.
those. And it added the new healing thing because you could heal from
The X X virus or whatever it's called.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. No, but like I know where you're coming from, but a lot of the stuff was the same. You still have the missiles, the morph ball,
course,
the
yeah.
freeze ray,
That's
the
why
grappling
I'd
hook.
like to see them make a new Metroid, maybe in Prime, where it's like a brand new moveset. Like, ditch the grappling beam, kind of go in the style of Breath of the Wild, where you just kind of rethink everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but a lot
reboot
of but it also is a lot of the same. Like
In
it
Breath
changed
of the
the
Wild?
yeah, like a lot of the same weapons. There's still
Well, no, they have the stasis. You have the
One of the most iconic weapons in that game got completely changed.
what the hook shot.
That got completely kiboshed. I was talking the boomerang.
Oh, I was gonna say like the
boomerang.
bombs are still there, except they're infinite now.
Yeah, that whole game was a full rethinking, though. I think Metroid is due for something like that. I completely
I
agree with
agree.
Rusty.
maybe we'll see it for Prime, maybe not, but
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what comes out for Prime 4.
yeah,
Yeah.
time will tell. And the last game that I was playing is the Nintendo Labo Variety Kit.
Nice.
I finally got into my second item, which is the fishing pole.
Nice.
And oh boy, it was the first one I made was the RC car, and that took about 10 minutes to make. So this is like my first go at building it, and it was nice. It was Saturday. I got my little table out, I got my cardboard out, and I just built for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was just like a nice little activity. The instructions, the music, the interface, it just bleeds Nintendo.
So the instructions are on screen, not on paper.
They're on screen and
Okay.
they're like full 3D models. So if you're ever questioning which piece of cardboard you have to fold or what slot goes into where you could use the joysticks or the touch screen and you could really zoom in, zoom out, get right in there.
That's actually really smart. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And then just the creativity of it. There's a mode after where you can go into and you talk to these characters and they teach you about it. Like, what principles did you use? Did you use the IR camera? Did you use the gyro motion? And then you get a test after. And then one of the tests is for the fishing pole. There's a reel inside of the box and it's attached to these elastics. And it serves no purpose other than just for fun. It's just to get that tactile feedback. And they're like, what purpose does that serve? And it's like, is it this or this? And the correct answer was just for fun. It was just refreshing to...
Yeah, it's just there to have when you pull back on it, like when you pull back on the rod, feeling that resistance.
Got
Exactly,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's for the sake of immersion or anything like that. Yeah.
So it's really cool touches.
Well, you know what? The one thing I really like is I remember I came over here not even a week ago, and you were playing it, and the click whenever you turn the wheel. That was one of my favorite parts of it. And I was looking, I'm like, how the hell did they do this? And
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
how'd you explain it to me again?
So it's like when we were kids riding on our bicycles when we would get like
right.
a clothesline pin and put like a baseball card or a regular card on it.
Yeah.
And it would flip through the bike's
Spokes. Yeah.
And it would make we'd all pretend that we're on motorbikes and everything.
Yeah.
So
It's just, it's such a simple design that is used so perfectly.
yeah. It's super creative, and I really love it.
Yeah.
So half of it was building, and the other half was the game. And the game is pretty cool. It's there's about 30 different fish to catch, and it's there's not really much else to say.
It's just a fishing game.
It's a fishing game, but the graphics are really nice looking. The fish move realistically. The graphics, like, it's a pretty. You've seen it. It's like a pretty game.
It is. You can tell it's very stylized.
Yeah, but
and it's done on purpose.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
not much to it. I've been playing maybe for like an hour and a half, and I've caught all of them. I'm still trying to catch a swordfish and a shark and a tuna fish.
So you haven't caught all of them.
So I have not caught all of them.
Everything but 3.
Everything but 3, and
Which
the
apparently
fish,
is all of them. What?
And I think
That's what I heard.
No, I think there's about like 20, maybe 30. But to catch a shark, you actually have to catch a mackerel at the top. It's one of the easiest fish to catch, and then you got to bring it all the way down to the depths of the sea, and then you got to hook a shark. But,
That sounds challenging.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like finish that game, and then I'm gonna move on to into the I think the toy house. See how that game is.
Okay, can I
Cool.
ask you a serious question here?
Yeah, please go.
Are
for
you
it.
purposefully avoiding the keyboard?
No, it's the longest one to build.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that actually makes sense, but as much as I loved watching you play the fishing game, I wouldn't be able to get my mind off the music stuff. I would throw everything else into like a back closet and just make that piano.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of Labo. You kind of just like for the variety kit at least. It's like if you're bored one Saturday or Sunday, just spend the day kind of building one item and then kind of like playing the game out until it's complete. But yeah, you love music, so you'd go right into it. But once I finish the music, the little keyboard thing, I would love to hear our theme song done in the style of Nintendo Labo, and maybe we could feature it for one episode.
I'm sure that Joe and I can get that done.
Cool.
Yeah. That sounds cute.
Yeah, do you guys want to take a little break?
Sure.
Cool. So after our break, we're going to talk about the new Smash Brothers Direct. And spoiler alert, Luigi's not dead.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Bye. And we're back.
Hello.
Howdy.
Guys, we got some awesome, exciting news that just came out last on August 8th. It was my birthday, which is pretty freaking cool. It was one of the first times I had a direct on my birthday. I'm special.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Okay, so let's break it down.
Okay, first off, holy shit, what an intro.
Overall impressions.
Okay. The impressions were great. I think it was one of the best directs I've seen in a long time. It was all substance. All substance.
Yeah, no
filler. Exactly. This is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. Here's the shit that we're implementing into this game. Direct done.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect.
I agree. I loved every second of it. And the way it started off with Luigi in a Castlevania setting
Oh my God.
for the eventual reveal of Simon Belmont. So we got number one.
Und Richter.
And
Richter. So one, we got to see that freaking amazing trailer. All of these trailers for this particular Smash Brothers have been epic.
Yes.
So we saw Luigi, who's sporting a brand new Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet. It shot plungers.
Yeah, it shot a plunger out of it. I've never played. I've only played like I think the original one. Is that like a thing in Luigi's Mansion that it shoots plungers?
I think maybe in 2, but I don't think so.
Do you think this means a new moveset for Luigi?
I'm thinking this is a tease for Luigi's Mansion 3, to be honest.
Really?
Because if you think of Pit, when Pit was first introduced in Brawl, that was basically a tease for his new game because it was his character design. So all that stuff was revealed previously before Kid Icarus Uprising was announced.
Yeah, and the hand cramps you got while playing as Pit were also foreshadowing for Kid Icarus Uprising.
Please port to Switch. So number one, he got killed by a
Yeah, he
death
got fucking killed.
Yeah, like his spirit was ripped out of his body, which is pretty nuts. We saw Mega Man get stabbed with Ridley. We saw Mario die, but this one was just a little more
comical.
savage. Yeah, comical.
It was savage. Yeah, that's the thing. It was comical in how savage it was. And
I
how,
loved
like,
how Luigi, because usually he's in his own mansions and he's like, oh my god, like a crazy ghost. But he was like in Castlevania's castle. He was terrified. That was so good. I think that's my favorite trailer by far so far.
Yeah. God damn it. Watching that first scene go down, like it was laughter, laughter, laughter. And I was looking, I'm just like, no, this can't be. This
Did you
can't
not know
be.
who it was?
I was like, I knew, but like, I'm like, there's no fucking way. How did they do it? And then all of a sudden, boom, Simon Belmont out of fucking nowhere. You're like, oh, maybe not out of nowhere, but it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then Richter.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
fucking
from-
Rondo of Blood.
Which game is Richter?
Rondo of Blood.
Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
It was the only Sega Genesis Castlevania.
Okay.
One of two, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe. But
Yeah. But Rondo of Blood is still hailed as the second best Castlevania game behind Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's the one I hear about.
Yeah.
And we actually got some Symphony of the Night stuff with Alucard as a new assist trophy.
Yeah. Yes, which I got a little too excited because I thought he was another playable character, and I
see.
lost my shit. And I'm like, oh, damn it, he's an assist trophy. But I am happy about it,
This
though.
is crazy. Nintendo's like throwing all the rules out the window. We got
Yep.
Cloud, we got Alucard. Like there's all these characters that have never been on a Nintendo system before. So
Yep.
it's quite a remarkable crossover series.
Well, I
Yep.
mean, it's been like that way from the start. Like even in the original one, sure, they're all in-house names, but having Captain Falcon punching Kirby in the face, like that was
Yeah.
unfounded in like 98 or whatever
who the
it was,
fuck is
96.
Captain Falcon back then? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and like they've continued to do that. I feel like after every generation, but it's always nice to see.
Yeah. By the way, for the record, Alucard has been on he was actually on a Nintendo console before he was on Sony's for Symphony
really?
of the Night. Yeah. Castlevania 3. He was a playable character.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Well,
Yep.
and Alucard's always hasn't he always been like a running thing that's Dracula's pseudonym?
Well, no, he in this, if I'm not mistaken, is Dracula's son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the lore behind Castlevania, is that Alucard is Dracula's son, which is what made it a little more enticing for him to be the only main character in Symphony of the Night, because it really was a father going into to take out his own father.
Oh, I
Gotcha.
see.
Or son to take out his own father, I should
And
say.
I guess Cloud has also appeared in a couple Nintendo games, which is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories
Yep.
and Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, maybe. But I know Chain of Memories for sure.
Yep.
We also got to see Dracula's castle.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Dracula is like a boss character.
There's so many boss characters. I mean, Death was one. The Mummy was one.
We're going to get into that. I have a couple theories about bosses and maybe a boss first mode. But
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also hinted at Kid Dracula in that trailer.
Yes.
Did you see his shadow?
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Everybody's expecting him to be the secret boss in the stage for Castlevania.
Yeah, and Kid Dracula isn't really mentioned much, but he was actually talked about in the episode when I brought back all that fun stuff from Japan.
Yeah.
That was one of the Game Boy games, and that's his only game, I think.
Yeah. If I'm not
He
mistaken.
might have a Famicom game as well.
Maybe, but as far as I know, that Game Boy game is the only one.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Just to end off Castlevania, we got 34 music tracks.
Okay. Sorry to go off on a tangent here because I have a feeling it's going to come up later anyways.
it will.
But like
The music.
the music.
Yeah.
What was it? 900 some odd goddamn songs that are in this fucking game?
Over 800 when you don't include the menu music. And
That's
the
what it
Smash
was.
music.
Wow.
It's insane. And the control you have over what's going to happen in any given stage,
Yeah.
whether you want it to be, this song specifically only played in Zelda stages, or this song or these 5 songs or 10 songs or 100 songs or whatever played across all stages, and that's it. And it won't matter. Let's say you're playing like the Mario Galaxy stage from Wii U, Smash 4, that could play in any Zelda stage or Metroid stage or anything.
Yeah, they combined everything
Yeah.
just to make it for the series.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet. I like what Sakurai said, that it's basically like having a bunch of albums for each series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so cool.
Did you see the little thing they did with like, it was that lady and she had her Switch and she plugged her headphones in and put it in her purse, and there's apparently a music player version of the game now, or a thing within the game that is a music player?
There's always a jukebox. I don't
There
know
was,
always,
but in the 3DS you could close your
Close the
system
screen
and you
and
could
still
still listen
listen?
to
Oh,
it.
okay.
But now we have the world's biggest iPod in your backpack. Thank you, Switch.
So what else happened, Rusty?
We got a bunch of brand new Echo characters. So by the way, Richter is an Echo character
Of course.
of Simon. And then we got Crom, which who cares?
I know it's funny. Rusty and I were texting as I was watching it because I had to watch it late.
I like Crom.
Yeah,
you,
just like you like Fire Emblem, but I think there's a little too much Fire Emblem in this.
You don't say. Too much Fire Emblem in Smash.
Well, that's kind of my problem. It's like I saw Crom and it's like, oh, cool, it's Crom.
Is that
fuck.
Lucina or Marth? They all look the fucking same too.
What, is every character just going to be an echo of fucking Marth now? Is that the way this game works? Like,
well, he's actually an echo of Roy, technically.
Who in my he's like
Also,
the echo that's not
he
an
looks
echo.
like Lucina because Lucina's his daughter, if I'm correct.
Don't quote me. Or don't ask me. I
I'm trying to
haven't
remember
played.
that. And she looks like Marth because she wanted to be like Marth.
But wasn't she like female Marth reincarnate or something in the game?
She was like pretending to be Marth reincarnated. Like she kind of like looked up to him. Like she was styling herself as like the second coming of Marth.
Oh my god, what is this? Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, it's a game sucking its own dick.
Forever and ever and
now me and Polly recently just went for dinner and we were kind of discussing what an Echo character really is, because like we don't, is Roy an Echo character? Is Dr. Mario an Echo? Is like there's this line that we really don't know, right?
At least they are like officially admitting now, here's different characters and here's the characters that are different in air quotes, but like which was a bit of a complaint since GameCube days. Just like, yeah, it's a hidden character, but it's really the same character that we already have with a slight difference. At least they're now admitting openly, yeah, we have new characters and we have Echo characters.
It's nice to put a label on it. I agree.
See, but this is the thing though, is that they are like admitting it, but also at the same time completely not admitting it at the same time. We're just like, oh yeah, we have these Echoes characters like Lucina to Marth, and we're gonna retcon that. It's like, oh cool, how about Roy? No, he's an Echo character. No, he's normal. He's normal.
Or Luigi or Ganon.
Well, okay, so Luigi's I'll agree.
Differentiated.
Yeah, Luigi's different. Freaking Dr. Mario, no, that is a fucking Echo character. Fuck that. I don't care what anybody says. Dr. Mario's an Echo character. That's the way it is.
But his cape is slightly longer.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're going to find out eventually from Sakurai who he considers Echo characters. And you could also stack them on top of each other in the character select screen, which
it's not up to you, Polly, to determine who's an Echo character. You do not. You'll be punished for your insolence if you stand up against the Sakurai.
Yeah, Sakurai is his blood and sweat is going into this game.
His providence is unfallible.
I will be smitten.
Yes.
Is anyone else annoyed how much like Sakurai complains? Like, oh, my hands hurt, my eyes are bloodshot. It's like, shut up.
Shut
up and get back in the mines.
Get back in your box and make us more Smash.
Okay, let's
don't come out until you're ready to make the next one.
Don't come out until you have Isaac in the game.
Let's get into some stages. Sakurai revealed that there's over 103 stages as of now.
Yep.
And I love the way they showed it. There was like the graph of like the ones from N64 all the way through Smash for Wii U and 3DS.
Yep.
And the way they did it is like they broke the screen and the graph like exploded. Like,
yeah.
It was super tongue-in-cheek, and I loved it.
The one thing I really, really liked is that in certain stages, you can choose the graphical output of it to make it look like it's old stage or something that's a little more revamped.
I don't think so.
I think that's what they mentioned in like one of the Kirby stages.
They were saying that for the stages of Melee and so on, they've made the stages look better.
Is that what it was? Because it looked like they were mentioning something about altering how it looks, and you can change it to the old form or the new form or something like that.
No. They're all going to look a lot better for this game, except for the N64 games, N64 stages, because they want to like maintain that nostalgia.
Okay, that makes sense.
Them. So they're going to leave them as is.
But I also like the morph staging thing.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
You could pick two stages, and they could morph into each other, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that is pretty badass.
We also got a brand new stage, which is New Donk City Hall.
Yes.
Looks pretty sweet.
Which I figured you would have been super excited for, because I noticed that if you hit all the musical characters, Pauline comes out of fucking nowhere and starts singing the song.
No way.
You didn't? It was in the direct.
I was freaking out through that direct. I missed so much. I was like hyperventilating and rocking back and forth.
Yeah, at certain points in the stage, as far as I can tell from what they showed, different casts of the band that played in Mario Odyssey are going to pop up on the stage.
I did see them kind of like fly in on their little platform.
Yeah, so if you hit them, it triggers the next person, and they play their instrument as Mario Odyssey does when you find the characters. So when you go back into that stage room, you just hear that one instrument playing, and then it stacks as time goes on.
Love it.
Right? And then if you do that all, Pauline is the last one to show up, and she starts singing, what's it called again?
Jump Up Superstar.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I know Arzee's gonna love this one. You can now save and set your rule sets.
Yes.
So now you can have
Set
like
stuff as
stock.
default.
Yeah, so you don't have to like keep switching it to stock like we always do.
Oh, God, I hated that because there was always that one time that you forgot to do it. You start a timed match, you're like, oh, you got to exit out of the thing, jump back in, change it over.
Yeah.
Best edition by far.
Such a simple little thing though, right?
It is, but
makes a big difference.
It shows that, and it does, but it shows that they're listening to the fans. It shows that they're really trying to make this game for the people that truly love this franchise. This, in my opinion, as far as I've seen, is going to be the best Smash, bar none.
Like there seems to be like this prevailing attitude that I really like in this new generation of Nintendo, which is play the game how you want to play it.
Yes.
Not necessarily the way it's intended. We know you're going to play it in other ways, so let's legitimize all those things. Not that you're supposed to play a time match. I guess you could switch to stock if you want to.
Yeah.
It's not... you can speedrun if you want, I guess, but you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
It's actually in there.
Yeah, everything except for fucking wave dashing, and thank God. Because fuck that shit.
no speaking of wave dash.
Nope.
How dare I?
We also got a brand new training
how
mode,
dare
which is
you.
kind of cool. Did you guys see the training mode?
No.
It's like you're playing. It's like a graph paper, so you can see how tall everybody is and how high you can jump. When you hit someone, it will show the arcs at 0%, halfway percent, and then 100%.
Oh, so it'll actually show you the hitboxes and everything?
I don't know about the hitboxes, but it'll show you how far you'll go and the arcs and the paths. So if you want to get really into it, you can, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
But for me, I just want to play this game for fun, and I mostly want to collect all the music, collect all the characters, collect all the trophies and that kind of
all
stuff.
the Pokemans.
And all the Pokemon, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's a love letter to Nintendo, and I just want to make that letter as full as possible.
Yeah, I completely agree. And talking about that, I still have a feeling they're going to release another Pokemon playable character. They already mentioned that this isn't the last we're going to see of new additions for characters to the game.
But no,
I'm
but Sakurai kind
somebody-
of said at E3, he's like, don't expect new characters because we're putting a lot of effort into this game. So I'm not expecting much. I'm still...
They better have Goku or I'm going to riot.
No, but he went against a complete point. He's like, oh yeah, don't be expecting new characters. Direct comes out. The first thing they do is announce a new character and an Echo. And then almost instantly afterwards being like, yeah, and this isn't going to be the last you're going to see of new characters coming to this game. It's like,
That's
what the
true.
fuck are you talking about?
I think he was just trying to get people to stop bugging him on Twitter. I think that's why he said that.
I guess that makes sense.
So after that, we went... Oh, I just want to mention before we get into the items, assist trophies, and Pokemon, that Sakurai, when he was talking, there was, in the background, there was 2 chairs. One was colored purple and the other yellow, which has set the internet on fire, basically confirming that Waluigi is in the game.
But didn't they show him as an assist trophy in this game in the trailer for
They
E3?
did, but that doesn't stop the internet from speculating.
Okay, can I say that it would be the most Waluigi thing of all time, where he would grab an assist trophy, send it out, and it would be Waluigi.
That would be pretty sweet. Waluigi kicking himself into the dirt.
That'd be amazing.
But yeah, what do you guys think about those 2 chairs? Because Sakurai doesn't do anything for, everything he does is for a reason. And there's 2 chairs just off to the side. One's purple and one's yellow. Is that just a design choice? Or
No.
do you think there's something
Maybe on
in
one
there?
hand, he doesn't want Twitter to bother him, and on the other side, he wants to bother Twitter.
That's a fair point. But Sakurai has always seemed to be like a
Willy Wonka.
Kojima type.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
friends.
yeah, I mean, just in the sense of him being super aloof and wanting to set up surprises and little hints everywhere and super artsy, and he has long hair for some reason, and that's obviously not a thing. But whatever, it doesn't matter. He just always seemed like a very Kojima-esque style developer. Even though he doesn't normally make games with stories
Yeah,
and
but
whatnot.
Polly, what about the chairs? Does it confirm Waluigi or not?
I'm gonna say
Chairgate.
I'm gonna say definitively yes.
I agree. Arzee?
I will say definitely yes, and if it doesn't, I will destroy everything a Nintendo I own. I will burn my own house down.
Okay, let's get into some items. There was one cool item. It was like a banana. That's a gun.
The banana gun? Yeah.
That was the coolest part. But I think what's more interesting is the Pokemon and the assist trophies.
Yes.
And let's go through some of the Pokemon. We got Alolan Executor.
Yep. Executor.
Which is kind of cool. He's just a wall that divides the stage. Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
We got Abra, finally.
Yeah.
He teleports. Pretty sweet.
That is going to be the trolliest Pokemon of all
he just does
time.
nothing?
No. I mean, trolly in the sense of like you sending it out and literally everybody else against you is like, oh, God damn it. Because what he'll do is he'll fly up to you, teleport beside you, you teleport with him, and then you're just like off the stage.
Oh, he'll just teleport somewhere random?
Yeah, random, not off the stage.
Okay, but they showed off, everything they showed was pretty much like him launching people off the stage.
Okay. We also got Solgaleo and Lunala.
So the sun.
Solgaleo and Lunala,
Yeah. We got Mimikyu,
Yep.
which is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that was perfect,
This one
mind you.
I can't say. Puyumuku.
That's the weird rock with the pink like spikes and the fist that comes out of its face.
Yeah, it's like the sea sponge thing with like, the hand.
Yeah.
And I think the most interesting of all the Pokemon is Ditto,
Yes.
which is kind of cool.
I like it, though. It is very Ditto to do that kind of stuff. He's like the ultimate version of Kirby.
Yeah. Was Ditto not in the first Smash Brothers game? I
Nope.
thought he was.
I don't think so.
Maybe as one of the Pokemon that popped out of the door.
No, it wasn't.
No.
No?
definitely not that.
Then no. I don't think so. Because what would he have done?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I just remember that shitty paper Ditto graphic in my head. Maybe I made it up.
Jesus Christ. Guys, tell us in the comments. Fuck.
If anyone's listening.
I know, honestly.
If anybody out there, not if you can hear me.
Do.
So let's get on to some assist trophies. We got Zero.
Yep. Who, again, the exact same thing. I don't know how I got fooled twice, but the exact same thing happened to me that happened with Alucard, where I saw Zero. I'm like, oh my God, he's a playable character. Oh my God, yes, Zero. Yes. Oh, damn it. He's a fucking assist trophy. Like,
Sakurai
fuck.
just said, let's talk about assist trophies.
I know.
Here's
I know.
Zero.
This is how stupid I am. Because I noticed it afterwards. I'm like, of course.
I
like,
guess your excitement, yeah.
yeah, my hype levels are through the roof.
We get Knuckles.
Yes.
And then we got Crystal. She's never been an assist trophy before.
Which is odd, because she would have been a prime candidate for a playable character to come out of left field.
No one likes Crystal.
But to come out of left field, though.
Except for the Yiffers.
Yep.
The next character they announced was kind of cool because it was kind of an Easter egg that, or like foreshadowing King K. Rules announcement, and that was a Claptrap.
Yes.
A little alligator from the DK series, a Kremlin basically.
Well, this is the thing, though, with that, is I saw it and I'm like, oh, like, did they have to sign something with Microsoft for that, or do they own the properties? Like,
they
why?
own them.
So why haven't they been in like the Donkey Kong games as of recent? Like, I was just asking myself questions,
See,
right?
I
Being like,
read
what's
the
going on?
Claptraps, and I thought for a second it was Claptrap from Borderlands because I read the thing before I actually saw the trailer, and that was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, that actually would have been incredible. But anyways,
I was like, holy shit, where did that come from?
Claptrap is a like a little robot.
Yeah,
from-
he's the robot
he's
from Borderlands.
the mascot.
Oh, I know exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. After that, we got Cap'n from Animal Crossing.
Yep.
And it's cool. He drives his school bus onto the stage, and then he like throws people in there, and then drives right off into the end. Which is pretty sweet. I like Cap'n. He's a fun
drives
character.
into the sun.
Everybody hop on. Next stop, the pits of hell.
Next up, the sun.
Then we got Chef Kawasaki from the Kirby series.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is basically Kirby's final smash from Brawl, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Gray Fox, another solid Snake character. That's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Then
He's
we got
the best.
Nikki from Swapno Studios or something.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly. It was the one that like taught you how to use the games and the swap notes from like 3DS and whatnot,
Yeah,
right?
she'd always send you messages with like little drawings of like, "Hi, I'm Nikki. What's for lunch?" That's kind of cute.
Yo.
We also got the Moon from Majora's Mask.
That is the best one by far.
Yeah.
It is my favorite. I watched it come down, like watching it come towards the stage. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then as soon as it hit all the characters went flying off, I'm like, oh, damn. All right. Double-edged sword. Fair enough.
And I think my favorite and most significant is Shovel Knight.
Yeah, it's a shame he's not a character, but
I would never expect him to be a character
Oh.
because it's crazy. He's like a Western indie game
Yeah, but he had the amiibo too. I was expecting something Shovel Knight oriented. He's been in everything now. Like anything that could have possibly had Shovel Knight in it has had Shovel
Yeah,
Knight in
Yacht
it.
Club plays nice with everybody.
It's true, and it's if I was Yacht Club and I gave Nintendo the rights to Shovel Knight, I'd pay very close attention to how they modeled him.
Yeah.
Because I saw how they modeled them in
Ukulele.
Yep. And it wasn't very good. And even the amiibo, the 3D rendering of the amiibo is kind of cool, but like Smash did for Mega Man
Yep.
and Smash did for Simon Belmont and
Yep.
all these 8-bit characters that turn them into 3D models, like that's pretty fucking sweet. If I was going to make a 3D Shovel Knight game, like my model has just been made by one of the greatest gaming studios of all time.
Hell, I'd partner up with them and try to do the game with them. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, even better.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, your foot's already in the door. Anyways, so we're not
I
obviously
know
announcing
so.
Shovel Knight 3D for Switch right now.
No, not yet.
Oh, no, your
We
notes.
also got one more assist trophy, who also doubles as a boss and has his own stage.
I see.
Any guesses?
No.
Monster Hunter.
Oh, that's
So for the
right. I
first
forgot
time-
about that.
For the first time, we have a collaboration with another game, but no character. So we have a stage from Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Yep.
A boss from Monster Hunter, which is a big dragon.
Okay.
Yep.
And then it's also an assist trophy,
Huh.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, they're really opening the doors for like a lot of collaboration in this project.
It's part of their new philosophy, blah, with what they're doing with the Switch. I mean, at the end of the day, I was kind of expecting Solaire to be a playable character in Smash, especially after the amiibo.
Oh yeah, Solaire.
Dark Souls?
That's yeah. I mean, as soon as the Castlevania stuff started, within the first, I think, like 5 seconds, I'm like, no, it can't be. Like, this cannot be Dark Souls. This would be amazing. Fucking Solaire comes out of nowhere. Praise the sun. He's in the game. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah, he's flamboyant. He's like kind of cool. Is he flamboyant?
a little.
Pose is very flamboyant.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
just
he's-
expect him being a big character.
He is the most favored character or favorite
Well, he's probably the most
characters out of the
flamboyant
bunch.
thing you'll see in a Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's a fair
Versus
point.
everything else, he's like positively off the walls.
Yeah. Yeah, he is incredible. I think he would be a great addition to the game, and I don't want to call it, but I have a feeling they're going to announce him later on.
Maybe. You know that game got delayed again, right?
Oh, yeah, and that's fine, but I still have a feeling that Nintendo is working with From Software to make a Bloodborne-esque style exclusive for the Switch.
That'd be pretty sweet.
And how do they bring that in? Bring Solaire into Smash Brothers, hint that something's happening between them, and boom, a year later, announce the game.
Sounds good.
That's my predictions.
So after that, Sakurai showed off the HUD
Yep.
of Smash Brothers. And it's much more simple. It's much simpler than the menu from Wii U and 3DS, which got a lot of slack for...
Flack.
Somebody's slipping.
I'm getting tired.
It's okay, so am I. It's kind of late right now for the record, but whatever, it is what it is.
I already got one.
Cool. They're Pokemon going as we record this,
Sorry,
apparently.
I need a Skarmory, okay?
But basically,
fair.
the menus have been simplified and they look a lot better. But
Yep.
there was one secret area. There was one part of the menu that was blurred out.
Yes. Yeah, the green area.
It was green, and
Yeah.
green is always the color that represents the adventure mode, or
Yeah.
the Smash Tour, or Smash Island.
I had a feeling.
So some people on Twitter actually tried to decipher what that blurred out message says, and a lot of people have come to agree that it actually says spirits. And we don't know if this is like we saw the spirit come out of Luigi. Is this like some sort of new adventure mode where death is a big thing?
Maybe
Because
it's the new amiibo comparison, because maybe they've changed what the amiibo do in Smash Brothers.
possibly we'll see, but that will be the single player mode.
Okay.
And yeah, it might have something to do with spirits. If you look at all the trailers that have come out, there's a lot of death.
Oh, yeah.
Mega Man,
Yeah.
Mario, Luigi. The Inklings didn't die, but
Yeah, because they're trying to be all edgy and shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nintendo's
So who
edgier
knows?
side.
Maybe there's something there, maybe there's not. But there's going to be a single player mode, and we're going to find out on a later date what it will entail.
I'm sure it's going to be lackluster like every other single player mode outside of like maybe Melee.
Smash Run was really good on the 3DS. Think
Really?
like, Kirby Air Ride
Yep.
meets Smash Brothers. Everybody loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Did you ever play the 3DS version?
No, I never owned it. I just had the
neither.
Wii U, yeah.
Yeah, it was loved and still is loved, and people want it back.
Fair enough. Sweet.
Cool. And that was the end of it.
All right, cool. So then.
Or was it?
Oh, no.
Sakurai had one more character.
Yeah.
Another brilliant trailer featuring Donkey Kong,
Yep.
Diddy Kong,
King DDD.
Day-to-Day.
Oh, that was the best little
Yeah.
troll ever. I love
Man,
that.
I love these trailers so much. Mm-hmm. I love them so much.
Yeah.
They're so good.
And then?
And then King K. Rool came over the bushes and snatched DDD from the back, and then now we have a brand new character.
I am so happy to see the old school bad guys from Donkey Kong Country come back finally.
I agree. It's been
Yeah.
like 25 years.
Yeah. With the new games, I was expecting either they were going to come or we were going to find out that like Microsoft owned all the other characters outside of like the Kongs because Rare and whatnot. But like, this is it. This means we can see a true, not to say that the other Donkey Kong Country games weren't true, but like a true successor to the Donkey Kong Country series.
I'm hoping Retro was working on Donkey Kong Country Returns 3.
Yeah.
And with like we get King K. Rool and all the Kremlings back, I would love that so much.
Imagine if they have to team up and King K. Rool is a playable character.
That'd be even better,
Right?
Yeah.
Uh-uh-uh.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got to see his moveset. He's got the punching gloves from N64.
Yeah.
He's got the helicopter from Donkey Kong Country 3. He's got the pirate costume from the original game.
With the cannon, which is my personal favorite. I
Well, I thought
love
that's from
that.
Donkey Kong Country 2.
No, I think the
Pirates.
scientist is from Diddy Kong's Quest. He was
No,
in
no,
a
no.
scientist-
Hold up. The pirate was from Donkey Kong Country.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
The original. He was the final boss with the pirate
He was
costume.
Captain K. Rool then.
No.
No, it's King K. Rool.
He always like changed motifs for everything.
I think it's because of that final boss that he became Captain K. Rool in one of the
because
games or
in
something.
part 2 he was a mad scientist. In part 3 he was like a futuristic helicopter pilot. And then
I know for a fact the pirate was the final boss in Donkey Kong Country 1.
he was.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
played it.
Yeah. Same.
And then in N64 he was a boxer. Like
Yeah.
he's crazy. He just always switches up his look
I love
for
that character.
gameplay.
Yeah. It was very rare, the King K. Rool. Like
Oh,
the
totally, yeah.
wackiness with him as well. It was very Banjo-Kazooie.
It was funny. The guy who named King K. Rool,
Yeah.
he tweeted out recently after the announcement. He's like, "Oh my god, I wish I spent more than 5 minutes naming this guy."
No, King K. Rool is hilarious.
I know,
it's
but it's
so
funny.
cheesy.
He goes like, looking back now, I was like, I named that guy in like 5 minutes, and here he is in one of the brand new characters in Smash. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm digging it though. Whatever is going to happen from this point forward, I cannot find myself to be in a situation where I'd be pissed off at this game. I am loving everything,
Yeah.
and they could release it as is from what they've announced, and I'd be happy.
Yeah, Sakurai set my expectations down so low when he said there's not going to be too many characters because we're bringing everybody back.
Yep.
I was like, that's cool. I'm happy with all this stuff.
Yeah.
But now he's just giving more, which is great.
Yeah.
Here's another fun fact. When Donkey Kong was lying down watching TV, he does the exact same pose as Karate Kid or Karate Joe from the WarioWare series. And the TV that he's watching is the exact same TV that Karate Joe is watching. And if you put the two images side by side, it's very uncanny.
Weird.
So this may be another tease that Karate Joe from the WarioWare series may be the next character in Smash Bros.
That's awesome.
Maybe an assist trophy.
Well, I don't think they would put like because those trailers they put so much money into them. They're so high production value. I think that it would be leaning towards an actual character.
I don't know. Could be.
Well, I'm crossing my fingers for it. I just kind of assumed he was watching the Donkey Kong Country TV show that was exclusive in Canada.
Time for a barrel roll.
By the way, if you guys haven't heard of that, please go watch it right now. It's on YouTube. It is the worst and best thing you will ever see in your entire life.
Donkey did a good video about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really
Well,
funny.
There we go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Cool. Whatever.
Cool.
One weird not plug. It's just something I watched recently that I think everybody should watch. Grand Pooh Bear recently finished a full playthrough of Super Mario Brothers 3 while playing it exclusively with the Power Glove. It's incredible. Go watch it.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Anyways, you can find us on YouTube, of course, where I believe we're only going to be posting the audio for this one. But if you do want to listen to us, whether you're on the go, at home, wherever you are, we are on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podbay, and the new one, which I just got an email that we got accepted for it, is iHeartRadio.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, you can find us at any one of those 1,002 locations that we're somehow on.
Awesome.
And
Oh, I honor you, my quarry. Oh, no, wait, scene.